Wow, really? So you're just gonna make your husband watch your kids so you can do this little streaming YouTube thing? Why would you even have kids? You notice how no one has said that to me? This is so insane. Our next man getting lit the f up by the internet for basically just existing. Another one that's pretty relevant to me, I would say, because also a lot of you may or may not know I'm a runner. I've also been training for a half marathon next month, so I do run about 3 times a week. I would say it's like my very regular activity, and on the weekends I go for a nice long run. But this guy gets shamed by the internet for going on a run.
You guys are so sweet. Nice.
Evening 4-mile run with identical twin boys. Now, I'll give him this. The beginning is a little confusing because you post something like evening 4-mile run with identical twin boys, and I'm thinking that you're going to gear up to be literally running with the boys, right? Especially because we start off the video, we see the boys. We now see a stroller. It doesn't necessarily look like a running stroller, but it could be. I don't have the full forensic eye on here, okay? Working out used to be second nature to me. Then once we had twins, it became more of a chore. Kids drain every ounce of energy that I have during the day, so working out is the last thing on my mind. Not to mention the state of Indiana has turned into a version of hell with how hot and humid it's been this summer. In all honesty, motivation is hard to come by with how busy life can get, but without fail, every time I do something for the betterment of myself, it always feels rewarding. So, you know, cute little...
Currently 90 plus degrees outside. We'll try to run.
Yeah, it's rough to run.
27 to 28 minutes. And we're off. 1 mile. Came out a little hot. Try to stick with this
6:30,
pace.
yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have had that margarita today. Halfway. 2 miles to go. 3 miles down.
He's got a good pace,
I really
man.
gotta hold on to this last one. I'm gonna go lay down.
I can't really beat 9 minutes a mile.
Laps. Time. How hot it is if you don't believe me. Oh man. Please pass me by already.
So again, admittedly, a little bit confusing, right? Because you would think by the phrasing, evening 4-mile run with identical twin boys, you would think like he's gonna go run with the boys. But here's the thing is I can see that they're standing, so they're probably well above 6 months. But if you didn't know, you should not be running with babies under 6 months in a running stroller. It is not advised. Okay, these kids look old enough to be in the running stroller. Doesn't mean you freaking want to. I love running. I would never want to run with a kid in a stroller. I would prefer to run without the kid in the stroller. I just don't trust myself. It feels like it would just be naturally very awkward and clumsy to push a running stroller. I know people do it all the time. I admire their Herculean efforts, quite frankly. I would rather run by myself, which I do. The 3 times out of the week that I, as a mother, abandon my entire family to go run, nobody's with me. I am completely by myself. So I'm like, okay, cool. What could possibly be wrong with this situation? Well, we will dive into the comments and they will tell you how cruel and unusual this behavior is. Some comments read, "Did you put the kids to bed at 5:30?" I mean, it's pretty standard, I would say, for kids that age to take a midday nap. I think that a lot of people do sleep training like midday, sometimes around 4 o'clock, so that they go to bed easier later. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, it's hard to tell what time of the day it is necessarily just from looking, but that could just be a random time of day, but with the lights off. Also, people seem to be forgetting that, like, the mom was there and probably using her own autonomy and decision-making skills within the marriage, approve of her husband getting some time for himself. People are like, you forgot the twins. Does mom get her workout too? Sure, just let the kids cry it out so you can get your run in. Why did you even have kids? Dude, first of all, he crushed that 5-mile run in like no time. Probably took him like half an hour. Yeah, why did you even have kids if you wanted to occasionally take half an hour to yourself? Do you even think about anybody else in your life? What the hell? You mean a run by yourself? Running 4 miles in 90 degrees weather in 27 minutes? Really? You're a father. Think about your children. I think he was thinking about his children when he made it back from a 4-mile run in 27 minutes. It takes most people over 30 minutes to run 3 miles. Give the guy a break. He was making it as quick as he possibly could, man. 6-minute, 30-second miles are like bars, dude. That's like high school athlete level. That's like in your prime, dude. Whoa, yeah, is this something your partner agreed to? Because while you're running, someone is caring for your twins. That's a lot of work. Yeah, I would hope to God that he is grateful to his wife for letting him have like half an hour. Dude, like I said, every single Sunday, like I watch the kids so that TJ can play Dungeons and Dragons. I would be so freaking impressed if someone came in the comments and was like, wow, this is a lot of free time for you guys to fight dragons. I hope you're saying thank you to your wife. Like, he freaking does. And you want to know the best way that he says thank you to me is by letting me do this. Quite frankly, like, do you know what's good? You notice how no one's been in the chat like, wow, really? So you're just gonna make your husband watch your kids so you can do this little streaming YouTube thing? Why would you even have kids? You notice how no one has said that to me? This is so insane because he took 27 minutes to work out, to work on himself so that he can live longer for his kids. Do you understand that like basic daily like half an hour of strength training is how you get to be the grandpa involved in your grandkids' lives, right? Like, you don't get that otherwise. They would rather you just like, I don't know, become diabetic. This is wild. They're even coming at him for like super is he wearing women's shorts? What do you mean is he wearing women's shorts? I'm sorry, you guys can't see. These are very standard athletic. Dude, what are you talking about? Your dads wore shorter shorts casually when they weren't working out. Back in the 80s? Are you kidding me? Their balls were barely staying in there. Finally, a twin mom comes in and is like, I can relate. Thank you. Do you watch the kids while your wife gets to exercise? I'm sure. What about a treadmill? Okay, like, I guess, what about a treadmill? He's not allowed to ever leave the house for 27 minutes? Now they're doubting that it is 90 degrees outside because he laid down on the concrete. And I love finally a voice of reason in here. Why do so many people hate you? My kids go to bed when it's still light out and I can leave if I want to because guess what? They have a dad. I would crash out over these comments. I'm crashing out over these comments. Again, another video that would not survive the gender swap. Dude, if a mom made a video that was like getting to do a 4-mile run while being a mom to identical twins, no one would be like, you didn't take the kids with you. What kind of a mother are you? Trying to get a run in? Like, who's gonna watch the kids when the dad is literally there in the shot with them? Like, I just don't think that this would go the same